Hey everyone, it's Christian Butzek, your Vancouver Realtor, and in today's video, we'll review record-breaking March sales numbers and what it means for you, buyers and sellers. And let's start with those record-breaking numbers. You've probably seen it in the newspaper headlines, you've seen it online, and you're going to see it to my left shoulder here in a moment. But we had 5,700 sales last month. That is more than double Corona March, the year before. And just to put that, just so you understand how busy that is, I mean, it is literally our brokerage office, the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver's office. It's hard to get in touch with these people. They are so busy right now because there's so many purchases and sales being processed through the office. Now, what I want to do is touch first on what you need to know as a buyer. What this means is that almost everything is going to multiple offers. And as a buyer in this market, you really have to be a go-getter. I'll give you an example. I had clients who a couple of weeks ago, we actually lost out in multiple offers on a Tuesday night on a place they really wanted. And you know what? Water off a duck's back. They turned their focus and went the very next day. We made an offer on another place against 4 other competing bids, and we got it. So you got to have that approach. You really have to be able to roll with the punches in this market, take a setback or 2 or 3, and keep moving forward. And I try to coach my clients, my buyer clients, to take this attitude upon them, because it's really the kind of attitude that you need to have progress and to get an accepted offer in this market. Okay, something to keep in mind for you. And when you see sales numbers like the one that we showed you, you know, it just means everything goes to multiple offers. To give you another number here, sales to listings ratios. Normally, you might see 15 to 20%. What that means, sales to listings simply means if, let's say you had 10 homes available and 2 of them sold, that's a 20% sales to listing ratio. That would be considered a balanced market. We're seeing sales to listings ratios of 100% in certain product types, in certain price bandwidths. So like if you looked out in Brentwood, in Burnaby right now, you looked at condos between 700 and 800,000. In March, it was over 100%. Everything sold, everything. Normally, you would have about 5 months worth of inventory, right? It means it takes 5 months to sell 100 homes. Right now, it's taking 1 month. And when it takes only 1 month, it means multiple offers on everything, almost, and prices are going up. And so that's something I want you to be aware of that. But when you're working with your agent, you're working with someone like me, you will know as much as anyone, and you'll be prepared on the next steps, especially when you're competing against someone else for the home. And that's a reality, folks. You can't get away from that. I know there's a lot of buyers who will sometimes say, you know what, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. Well, if you wait 6 months, you might be paying another, $100,000 for the same home, and it's 6 months older. I'm not sure it's in your best interest, but you'd have to know that yourself. I can give you another example. Talking to a colleague yesterday about this, he had clients in the summer, August 2020, who said they were looking for a townhouse and then said, let's wait. Let's just wait. The market's still kind of slow. Today, that same townhouse is going to cost them an extra $250,000. The lesson here is never try to outguess the market. Never try to time the market. I've bought homes, and I'll tell you, I've bought at the peak of the market because for me it was a home. We wanted to move in and live there. And sometimes the value goes down, and it may be down for several years after that. But eventually, with time, you will be above water. You always are. You never, ever bet against the Vancouver housing market long term, okay? Now, a few other things I want to touch on in this video is for the sales numbers. What I've seen for Vancouver condos downtown, it's the first really strong month we've seen in a long time. We saw anything under 1.25 million in the downtown core, 50% sales ratio. Again, that means everything is sold out in 2 months. Prices are going up. Okay, that's what that means. Detached homes on the west side, anything under 3.5 million, gone. The market is very, very active for homes like that. Now, moving, and finally, what this means for you as a seller, very important is you know your home's going to sell. That's not going to be an issue. You want to maximize the sale price. Because as a seller, you're loving this, right? You're enjoying the fact that the market's going up until you realize you are a buyer, and then you're in the buyer's shoes. So as a seller, what you want to do is you want to have your home obviously just in pristine condition. You want it showing like a 5-star hotel. I always say it's got to look like the Shangri-La. And every speck of dust is worth $1,000 to you. You want to make sure you have lots of access. I personally, as a seller's agent, I will just run 4-hour open houses, especially during the pandemic, because you don't want to have everybody inside your house at the same time. So you allot 15-minute time slots to all buyers. So for example, 1 o'clock to 1:15, 1:15 to 1:30. And what I would normally do is I just 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You want to have 4-hour open houses straight through the weekend, probably even on Thursday and Fridays as well. That ensures you get the most viewers, people seeing your home, and potentially more offers. More offers means obviously more money in your bank account, and you're going to need that when you're looking to purchase your next place, obviously because prices are going up. Okay, and are things slowing down? Have we reached the peak? I have talked to different colleagues in the industry. I do like to get other people's views and opinions on this, see what they're seeing. I've talked to a few colleagues. They think they're seeing a slowdown. In my view, the numbers do not suggest that. Not yet. I know this past weekend, I took a client out. We're looking at a townhouse in the Maple Ridge area, and we did get a phone call back from the realtor. He was calling me, to follow up. Is your client interested? Do they want to make an offer? Normally, that's an indication that he hasn't had a lot of interest because he has the time to call me back. If you have 78 people go through your listing in 3 days, you don't have time to call back 78 other buyer's agent as the seller's agent. So, but that's a one-off. That's just one place. So I don't want to suggest that that's indicative of the overall landscape. That was my own personal experience. The numbers don't say that. They certainly don't say that yet. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. Again, what it means for you, if you're looking to get into the market as a buyer, I really got to say, you really have to have that kind of go-getter approach. You got to have a winner's mentality. Think about it like you're applying for a job you really, really love at a company. You really, really love. Obviously, there's going to be maybe 50 other applicants for the same job. You're not going to stop yourself from applying just because there's other applicants. You're still going to go for it. And that's the same mentality you need as a buyer's agent in this market. Anything else? I think we're good to go. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.